America Votes 2024 polls for the presidential preference election open in just 12 hours across Arizona. This comes as the election season ramps up with a visit from President Joe Biden as his administration focuses on key battleground states ahead of the general election in November.
Ben Brown and Garrett Archer with our ABC 15 political team look ahead to the president's visit and break down how Arizona became one of the most influential states this election.
Since 1952, Arizona has only voted for a Democrat for president twice. Once in 1996 for Bill Clinton, and again in 2020 for Joe Biden.
Hello, Arizona.
Arizona is just an anomaly. We do our own thing. And I think the Biden advisors certainly understand that.
The president is confident he can keep Arizona blue in 2024. Campaign aides told reporters this morning that Biden has the message and the infrastructure to win yet again.
And so he can point to freeways that weren't here when he was running for president. He can point to gigantic buildings with thousands of jobs. And I think he's really going to drive that home, that his economic policy made those things possible.
Biden is making stops in every swing state, including Arizona, where he is likely to focus on reproductive rights, his role in bringing chips manufacturing to the state with companies like TSMC, and targeting independent voters.
Arizona became a purple state because of our population growth, because of people moving from other areas, because we see a natural divide happening within our suburbs and our urban areas. We've also increased in density.
But how did a traditionally red state like Arizona become such a key battleground state, and one Democrats are confident they can win? Our data guru, Garrett Archer, breaks down the numbers.
Arizona became a battleground state in 2016 after being solidly Republican since at least 2004. You can see that then the Republican presidential candidate has been gradually losing ground in the urban counties of Maricopa and Pima, but has been picking up a little steam in the more rural counties. Trump, as a nominee, still carried the state in 2016, but his style of politics was a 4-point hit that did go all the way through to 2020. His percentage among rural voters rose, but it was not enough to carry the state. So we are now a battleground and expected to stay that way for some time. One of the major reasons for this is the rise of the unaffiliated voter. For 2 decades, the voters that, for whatever reason, choose not to be Republicans or Democrats rose from under 20% to about 35% today. Polling shows that about half of these voters either lean left or right consistently, but that still leaves about half, or 15% of registered voters, that are up for grabs by either party. Another major and related reason is migration into Arizona. Census data shows that since 2010, the number of people moving from Arizona from consistently blue California rose from 1 out of every 5 movers to 1 out of every 4 now. Now, of course, not everyone that moves from California supports Democrats, but the state's much more liberal politics means that on balance, it's more likely that more than half of these people each year are going to support Democrats. With Ben Brown, I'm Garrett Archer, ABC 15, Arizona.